Hey everybody, this is Chris Bucci, and today we're going to put on some Aerosmith pinball machine mods, so stick around. Alright, first we're going to start downloading the newest game code because it's shipped with one notch down. So let's get on the website here and get that process started. I believe it's like 4 gigs now, so it's going to take a little bit. We have our trusty formatted secret Life of Pets USB drive ready to go, so let's rip the head off and plug them in. Hey look everybody, I have a Toys LE cabinet. I think that's a mistake. Alright, topper time. Step 1, remove everything from the carton. Duh. Step 2, remove 4 screws and plug from the top. Now we string the wires through the hole and put the topper in place. Then we screw it back in and finally hook it into the proper boards in the back box. This is version 102, which was shipped with my game. There is an update, as you know, because I'm actually downloading it right now as we speak. And as soon as that's done, I'm going to install it as part of this mod video. But if you'll notice here, it should turn on. There we go. And it starts to scroll through the various colors and things that it actually exhibits. With this code update, 102, the topper shuts off during the game. It doesn't do anything during the gameplay itself. It only comes on during the attract mode. But one of the quote-unquote updates from 103, the latest ROM revision as of the time I'm recording this, is integration with the songs and the game. So when we get that updated here after we finish some of these mods and it's done downloading, we'll take a look at how the topper actually works. But for right now, there it is. This is the Mods Toy Chest Plastic from Laserific.com. It actually goes in front of the Jackie, so it's actually just 2 screws. And then we have the Opto for the... Man, my hands are cruddy when I work on games. Holy crap. Sorry, everybody. Okay. There goes my hand modeling job. I'll have to find new work. I mean, the nice thing about mods, for the most part, there's a couple of exceptions, like the side rails I put on Ghostbusters. Most of the time, mods can be removed. There's actually a thread on Pinside right now of people who are removing mods when they get games. Because mods are just, they're very personal things. One person's, you know, gorgeous looking amazing mod is another person's eyesore, you know, so it's deeply personal. You know, the mods that I tend to choose are ones that I feel add a little bit of character and they're a little bit tasteful. Every once in a while it'll be a protector, but it does get to a point where it's too much. But I thought this was neat because it kind of continued that slime that is all over this top part of the playfield here. It looks pretty good. From the player's perspective, you can still see the white light underneath it. Up here, it kind of gives it a sort of a greenish, yellowish glow. It blends in nicely. And the lock lights are also green, so yeah, I like it. Cool. So this is the original one. We will take it and I'm going to put it in the baggie that the other one came in. So, you know, if I change my mind or don't like it, I can keep it for later. Okay, next, we also have from Laserific plastic protector, which goes right here. Now, I haven't really had any problems here with anything flying up or out or off or whatever, but you know, it wasn't that expensive, and since it's really the only plastic piece that's kind of sitting here, why not, you know? So I guess that'll prevent air balls from these targets, which I've never actually experienced with my game, but okay, then finally we have this Aerosmith 3 Hearts mod from the same place, and it just sticks on the top of the elevator right here. Peel the thing off here, it's just sticky, and then we put it. That's not too bad. It adds a little personality to the elevator, which is something that I think is the only thing lacking on this game, is some kind of mechanical action going on with this elevator. It just is screaming for it. That's kind of neat. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, because yours truly is a moron, I actually put this mod on backwards. And I noticed that as I was literally about to upload the video onto YouTube. I was watching it one last time and I said, oh crap, are you kidding me? Yeah, I am not the brightest LED in the box. Yeah, see? It has protection on this side and it's supposed to go up against here. The way they have it on Pinball Life is they have it like right up, butted up against the gears like this. Alright, so there you go, the 3 Hearts mod. When you watch the rest of this video, you will notice I'll have it backwards the entire time. All I can say to that is... This isn't really a mod, but my first instinct is to lift the back glass like this, but you're actually supposed to turn the key, lower this, like that, then lift the back glass out, which is very interesting. So the back glass actually sits on this rail first when you put it back. That's cool, I didn't know that. Very neat. Alright, so we stick the dog's butt right in there. You turn it on, it initializes, and it should detect the update, or the USB that's sitting in there. Game code update starting up. Alright. Now supposedly we're just supposed to select, okay, update not found! This is actually my second time trying this. The first time it got to about 500 or something out of whatever there, and it froze. And then it went bzzz, and it just sat there and buzzed and crashed. Kind of like that. It stayed on a number. Alright. So we'll see. Success. That's good news. Game code update success. Update complete. Remove USB memory stick and power cycle the game. And then rest it on there. Then this closes and locks it in. Very cool. Alright, let's see what happens, shall we? See, now if I scroll through the different songs here, you can see the topper will be interactive and change per each song. So we definitely have the newer code. Cool. Okay, inside this box rolled up were Aerosmith art blades, and I actually have them sort of laid out here. I like to stretch them out a little bit before I put them on. I don't think it really matters at the end of the day. I just didn't want them completely coiled up, so I left them kind of just laying out here. And these go on the side of the cabinet, and we're going to go ahead and put those on. What I like about these art blades, one of the reasons why I like the Ghostbusters ones so much, is that they were designed and drawn by the guy who did all the art on the game. In this case, it's Dirty Donnie, and his stuff just rocks, and I definitely wanted to add them to my game. Unlike when we put on the Ghostbusters ones, where we put them on the side of the cabinet and then folded it around and all that. This time, we're going to remove the playfield. I would definitely suggest getting a friend to do this with you, and then just set it gently in front of the game. We're also going to remove these flipper buttons here, because right before we're done putting the playfield in, we're also going to put on the flipper button protectors and kind of get everything done at one time. And then we just rest the playfield like sort of against the towel here, just making sure that it's secure and that it's not going to damage anything. And if you look, there's just enough cable. It actually came out of this little holder here as I was pulling it up. But there's just enough cable that you can do it that way if you want to. Some games have a lot more cable. The first thing we got to do is pop this hole out, and it fell out when I was pulling it out of the box. So, and then we just need to line everything up here. And it's much easier with the playfield out because you can see where this hole, where here in the back, is nicely, circled around it. If you were like me and did some protection on the side of the cabinet and decided to put one at the very top here, you are probably going to have to remove the top in order to get the decal underneath it, because this was literally just a little bit too high. So keep that in mind if you are putting cabinet protection on. If you have everything you need, you might want to put these on first. If you don't know what I mean by brackets, Stern has been having some cabinet issues, and so I installed some internal cabinet braces just on the front corners, as well as Bally Williams leg plates. Go on Pinside and definitely research the different ways you can do it, because there's a whole bunch of ways. It doesn't cost a lot, it just takes a little bit of time, but if you bought a game from 2016-17, I would recommend you put some braces on the inside front part of the cabinet just to be safe. If you have it lined up just right with this circle in the back, then everything should go on just fine. There's no bubbles, everything is excellent. So now we're going to put on the cabinet protectors just by these flippers here. So we have to just sort of remove this screw and washer that's hold down the flipper button. And there we go, folks. Look at that. Man, that's nice. It's funny, on the camera it actually looks a little more blue. It's actually more purple. It's actually a lot more like those lights. I white balanced, so I'm not really sure why it's coming out that way. It's probably just my lights down here. But notice that if you have a corner brace or of any kind, you have to sort of redo all this area in order to pull the switch out and to get the decal like here underneath it. But that's really nice. Let's get the playfield in and see what it looks like. I would suggest having a friend who will be there to help you, because it could be a little tricky. You don't want to scrape the sides here as you're putting it back on. You want to be really careful. I saw on Pinside somebody actually taped the other protector that you actually peeled off of it over the front here until it was put on. That might be a good idea, but looks like we went on okay. Let's see what it looks like with the game on. Yeah, that's really nice. That's really nice. It really, much like with Ghostbusters, it really encases the game. Like, in a way, I don't know if this makes any sense, but it seems like it finishes it. You know? And because there's a lot of purple here, the inlanes have purple, these plastics have purple, there's a lot of purple. It really fits nicely. And it actually looks a little bit blue up here, the way the light is hitting it. Really, really nice. Okay, inside this box is the last of the mods that I wanted to pick up for Aerosmith, at least for now. There isn't anything on the horizon that I'm all that interested in, but it is essentially, for Mezzo Mods, it's a Flaming Ace, it's called. And you can put it on top of really any of the flashers, but I wanted to put it at the top of the ramp. Nice. That's cool. I mean, you can still see the yellow flasher behind it, but it definitely gives it a little bit of a glow. I wonder if it should be center with the middle of the ring. Very cool. I like it. See, there's a flasher up in this corner too, but this is the toy box area. There's all the toys, the slime and all that kind of stuff. When you come over here to the elevator, you've got the cards, the dice, and then even in front of the plastic there's dice back there, there's cards behind the plastic there. I don't know if you can see it in the very, very back. So this is the corner where that ace would really work out. Look at that. That's pretty nice. And it just gives it a little bit of personality up in that top right corner, where the mini playfield, quite frankly, would be on the premium and the LE. Now the only thing that's pretty much everything that I'm interested in getting, unless somebody does some kind of mechanical action or something that lights up with an arrow moving or something for this area. The elevator I just wish did a little something more, but otherwise, it's very nice. Well, there you have it. Those are all the mods I was interested in at this point in time for my Aerosmith. I mean, for the most part, I'm very happy with them. I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, keep on flipping.